I was born in Poland, in the city of Krakow. I lived with my parents, and I had two brothers. One was 2 years older, one was 7 years younger. Unfortunately, in September of 1939, the Germans decided to take over Poland. They ordered all the Jewish people to be identified on the street. They ordered us to wear an armband with a Jewish star on it. And this had a purpose. Once you were identified on the street as a Jew, you were exposed to all kind of beating, harassment, and once in a while they used to catch Jewish people on the street and take them to the soldiers' barrack and to perform some work for them. During this time, they were harassed, they were beaten, and sometimes even killed. I was lucky enough that I was never caught to this kind of work. They took over a section from the city and ordered all the non-Jewish people to leave the area, and all Jewish people from Krakow and surrounded community had to move into this area, and they established, they closed the ghetto. They made a selection. Everybody in the ghetto had an ID card, an identification card, and everybody had to appeal before a Nazi, and he made a decision who will remain in the ghetto and who will be resettled. And I remember I stopped before the Nazi. He asked me a few questions, what you're doing, and I told him what I'm working and how old I am and so forth. With no problem, he gave me a stamp on my ID card. This stamp meant that you're going to remain in the ghetto. Unfortunately, my parents and my brother did not get a stamp. They were loaded in trains and they were sent away. I had the ID card, and I told to my parents, you know what, maybe when the day comes, I will join you and we'll go together somehow. And we found out that the scam was in existence for 2 years, and during the 2 years, more than 600,000 Jews were killed over there. And all indications are that my parents, my brother, were sent to the scam, and that's where we were killed. I remained in the ghetto, and after a while they decided to liquidate the ghetto and establish a concentration camp on a Jewish cemetery outside of Krakow. And they liquidated the camp, they killed many people in the camp, but I was fortunate enough to be sent to this concentration camp and get work in a machine shop, and they loaded us on a truck, about 40 people, and sent us away from this camp. I thought that I'm being sent to another concentration camp, but this was my lucky day, because I was sent to Schindler's factory